I'm Meg Turney, and I like anime.
And I'm Ross Everett, and it's not my type of pickled ginger. I'm just going back to sushi at this point.
It's a stretch.
Yep.
Welcome to Anime Club. This week we watched Sekirei, which should be renamed Boobies.
Boobies and butts and boobies.
And butts and boobies.
And butts and boobies, but hey, I mean, like, they know their audience.
Butts and boobies, and you're welcome.
Yeah.
We'll say you're welcome for picking this. I literally did one of these, meow, 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 when I picked it, and I am so glad.
And you chose the only picture that pointed back.
So Sekirei follows the story of a guy who cannot get into the college he wants to. He tries so hard, he fails twice in a row. He's a total Ronin. And this girl just like falls on him out of the sky with her giant boobies, and she makes a connection with him, and she is a special person called a Sekirei who fights other Sekireis to ascend into the heavens, because that's Japan.
It's a classic tale of a boy getting distracted from his schoolwork by a girl with big boobs and her emptying his wallet.
He wasn't doing it, let's be honest. He wasn't doing so well anyway.
Well, he's certainly not doing well anymore. It's not like, oh, this is gonna help him get back into school. He's on a different path now.
At the end of the first episode of Sekirei, we get kind of this tale of like where the Sekirei come from, that Kami had a ship fall to Earth, and there was a pillar and 107 little birds, according to the manga, and that's how they get 108 Sekireis. I don't quite, you know, it's always a little kind of out there with all of the Japanese tales, but I love how Kami and a lot of the Japanese tales is like this, like, of course he's God, he can do anything, but also he's like losing ships, and like his daughter's marrying farmers, and like crazy shit is always happening to Kami, and
I speak on behalf of those of us who don't watch anime when I say, who?
Kami is God, it means God.
Oh, okay, alright.
Like he's just a crazy cat, he runs things.
Is it an actual cat?
No, Neko Kami, that'd be pretty sweet. And then also they have to battle each other to the death, and then only one gets to go back to heaven.
There can only be one. It's Highlander, but for anime.
Right, and also throughout the anime series, spoilsies, several Sekireis make a connection with this kid. And do they only get one dude?
I stopped listening after spoilsies.
Spoilsies!
This was aggressive. Like I don't want to get like the feminist point of view, but I was like, okay, here's a story about a girl who can only become empowered if she has that guy to kiss her and empower her, and she's just like throwing her boobs out there, keeps like bringing the guy to put her hand on her boobs like for no reason. And I don't know what you guys feel, but it's not that easy. Like this is definitely one of those like utopian worlds where it's like, oh yeah, every girl just wants you to touch them and kiss them, and she kind of chose this do nothing. Like she found the first guy that she saw, and she's like, you're the one for me. And he's like, no, like really look at my grades, I'm kind of the worst. But she goes with him anyway. There were parts of it that were a little too expositional in the dialogue, which I noticed that some of these animes tend to have. There was one guy who was just like, as the guardian of that kind, I must warn you. And I was like, dude, there's so many better ways to say that. It's like, this is my character title, and here's my role that I'm going to be playing. I don't think I'm going to be watching any more of it, just because it feels like it's boobs for no reason. And if I want boobs for no reason, there are plenty of subreddits for that. So what did you think of it?
Okay, so I definitely thought when I was watching it about you at the gym watching boobs fall out. And I felt really proud of myself for picking random, just the most ridiculous, like, oh no, my outfit tore, but it only tore right here. Like, it was
But they give it to you. They give you everything. Multiple. There was one. She finger bangs herself, and like he's like, imagine like I could do anything with her. And there's one of her bending over, fingering herself, and I was like, that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like we can't even put a screen grab of it in this video because it is straight up hentai. It is just like.
This is not hentai. The craziest part to me was when, right before she kisses him, she goes, ah! Like, it does it like several times over and over again. I'm like, really? We're gonna do the orgasm noise in the middle of this episode for no reason?
Well, a lot of the stuff, like in terms of sound design, she's like, and I'm like, are they doing it? But then she's just out of breath.
She's just like out of breath. Then also they use the same squish noise for her boob as the burger.
Thank you.
It was very gratuitous, absolutely. It was over the top. I thought that like the story was pretty weird, but they're always kind of out there and ridiculous, so it didn't bother me too much. I do think it was funny. I will probably not watch any more of it, just because I felt like, yeah, it's like boobs for no reason, but yeah. I mean, but also boobs for no reason.
Also boobs for no reason. I mean, like, get a bra. Like, I hate to be that guy, but if they're that big, you're going to hurt your lower back unless you have some good support in there. That's just a fact. That's just a fact.
It's anime!
Next week we are going to be watching
Black Butler.
Black Butler. I can pronounce that one.
Yes.
And if you guys want to join along with us, you can go to netflix.com/sourcefed. Get 1 free month of instant streaming. It helps you out, helps out the show, and you guys can participate. What you'll have to do is you'll just upload a video to YouTube with hashtag SFN Black Butler in the title so we can find it, and we'll put you at the end of these videos. In the meantime, you guys can click on this fun little annotation to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you want. But until then, here's what you guys thought of
Sekirei.
I like the upbeat style. It's very kind of jolly and happy and nice music and very odd sexual stuff coming in, and it's very upbeat, lots of boobs. If you enjoy it, go for it. If you don't enjoy it, then give this one maybe a miss.
When it comes to Minato and Musubi, they found each other and Musubi chose her Ashikobi, whereas there are the bad guys in this anime tend to be Ashikobi who force Sekirei to emerge, so it has quite a depth of story here. I just don't really care for the ecchi.
Sometimes I wish my life was ecchi. I mean, it'd be so much easier. All I'd have to do is walk down the street, a woman would fall on me. That would make finding someone so much easier, as well as finding a place to live sometimes, as all you have to do is just fling yourself in the air, and wherever you land, that's where you live.
I feel like if I were a Sekirei, I'd never want to choose an Ashikabi because I'd rather fight for myself. On the other hand, since Sekireis are always fighting to the death and they gain a lot more power once they choose an Ashikabi, maybe I would have to at some point. To be fair, it's not just about boobies. There's a lot of upskirt shots too.
True story, actually had a discussion with my mother about this. They make most of the fan service plausible. She gets hit with an attack, her clothes rip. That makes sense. Where a lot of animes, they get hit with like gale force winds and razor sharp things that are cutting into a building, but their uniform is intact.
It's not an anime unless you're attracting a male audience. The story follows one girl who magically comes up and finds another guy, saves him before, you know, I don't know. I don't stop paying attention once she fell down and this happened.
There's no way they sound the same.
Let's give it a go. Ready?